Hey, folks, welcome back to the show. My Brother's Joint. I'm CJ. This is Gary.
Hey.
So we took a little trip to
Did we?
to Barrie this weekend, just to stop by Cabela's, do a little bit of what we call back on the rock twacking, which is basically going through a store. We kind of made a list of what we're going to need for the upcoming hunting season and stuff like that. Put together a tally of what we're going to need.
That's window shopping for you mainlanders.
Yeah, exactly, window shop. Yeah, correct. Yeah. And then on the way back, we figured we'd stop into the Wolf's Den, which is an archery range in a small town just outside, or a bow shop, sorry.
Yes.
Just outside of Barrie on the way back to Guelph. And turns out,
crazy.
Yeah, they've got a killer 3D target range.
Unbelievable.
I don't know if you can call it a TAC range. I guess maybe.
I would. There's not really enough distance to go full on.
A lot of super challenging shots other than through like trees or narrow gaps and stuff, but no like downhills or uphills or anything like that. A couple over ponds though.
Yeah. Couple over ponds. There's one there probably 70 yards. That moose.
Yeah. And then they've got some big fields, obviously, with targets out at extended yards and stuff like that. Oh, there's an alligator there and a couple dinosaurs.
A Sasquatch.
Super cool. They've got great prices, cabins that you can stay at for $50 a night, which is great.
Free firewood.
Yeah, firewood's all in the house.
Barbecues are just there, full of propane, ready to go. Go ahead, use it.
Safe to say a paradise for the two of us, for sure.
Yeah,
so we cannot wait to we can't make it this weekend because we've both got plans, but the following weekend we'll definitely be hitting that place, and we'll have
at least one day.
We're going to be making some content there for sure. That'll be
check the Instagram for that next weekend.
We'll have to leak that out slowly. So much, but
it's going to be busy. Because we plan on doing at least 3 shoots a day.
Oh, we're going to do the course 3 times for sure.
At least.
We might as well make it. We're going to drive an hour and 20 minutes to. We might as well make a day of it.
Imagine.
So super excited to try that out for sure.
Really nice job they did.
Yeah, it's killer. I can't say enough good things about it. When we were in the shop, they said, just go down the range and you'll be sold. Just take a walk through. And when we did, we the first spot we opened up at was just the field range, right, with the normal square bag targets. And we were pretty impressed there. And then we walked.
Super well maintained. Everything is wide open. Grass is all super cut and cleared.
Yeah.
It's great.
And then we took a walk through the course.
Yeah, which is a nice, wide walking trail, all cedar mulch on the trail. So it's super easy to walk on, nice and quiet. And all posted along said trail are different stations. And within each station can be one. I seen one had like 3 targets.
Well, I think the max was 3 targets in each one. So like one might have like a turkey, a deer, and a badger. Or there was one there with a Sasquatch, which was
like a 7-foot Sasquatch.
Big motherfucker.
He's getting it right in the face.
Yeah. It's just a super cool facility, man. It looked awesome. And a place where you could like bring the missus with you if you wanted to, and she could just have an outdoor day. You know what I mean? Cook up a lunch in between, do your next round of shooting, all that stuff. We can't. We like I said, we can't wait. You're looking into getting a spot hog for that.
Ooh, I'd like to
sooner than later.
I would like to.
It seems like I think that's
single pin and adjustable would double really.
You're gonna do a double pin.
Yeah. Well, just for that extra little bit.
You want that. You want that ability to set it, especially when you're hunting, to set it at like if you're yarding a deer at 20 yards. The second pin would be 40 yards, basically. And that way, if he jumps out to 40 yards on you while you're on the draw, it's not catastrophic where you have to let back down.
Yeah.
You can just take the second pin and you're good. Even if he goes to 30 yards, you can kind of just half pin
you can float it.
Right? And then you're good. So it kind of gives you 3 options at your setting. And let's face it, he's not jumping out more than 20 yards on you. In that fast of an if he is, he's running away, and you're not getting a clean shot anyway. So you might as well just let the bow back down. Yeah. To be honest, I know a lot of guys say the multi-pin is the way to go, but I don't. I say that because I've been shooting a multi-pin the whole time.
Yeah, me too.
But exactly. But I feel like I'm gonna enjoy a single pin or a double pin more.
Well, here's my main issue with a multi-pin sight. It's adjusting the bitch. It's one thing to get your first pin dead on, perfect, no problem. But every other pin after that, as soon as you crack the Allen key, it's like, wah.
Yeah, it's hard to.
How are you supposed to you can't, once you've nailed on your first pin, you can't be micro adjusting anymore.
No.
Because it's on.
Yeah.
Now you just got to get distance.
It gets better. Like the pin quality gets better the more expensive sight you have.
Yeah.
But even mine that has metal pins, it's still. Remember when I cracked it that one time and I just needed to move it a stick and it went whoop, and I was like, well, now I don't know.
Yeah, you have no idea.
I don't know where I started from. Yeah. So what the fuck am I going to do now? I don't know. Maybe
so you got to start over.
Maybe my mistake. Maybe I should have marked it. But how many fucking marks are you going to put on it?
Well, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
At one point, now it's just going to become a big, thick, solid line.
Yeah, so it's kind of pointless. I mean, obviously multi-pins work. They've been using them for years.
Oh,
but
of course.
I just think it's going to be much more clear and concise with a single pin. And it seems a lot easier to set up. You sight it at 20 yards, then you sight it at 60 yards, and then everything in between is on the money, and then everything past 60 is on the money.
Yeah.
So, and it's all 10, or actually it's all marked in 10-yard intervals with
two dashes.
With dashes in between. So you get if you sight something at 35 yards, you can literally put it at 35 yards. There's none of this in between the 30 and 40 pin.
Yeah, you just dial it to exactly
where you want. Yeah, which
pretty sweet.
One for tack shooting is going to be far superior for sure.
Key.
I'd be surprised if many people use a multi-pin for tack.
Not if I don't think they would if they're doing it like frequently.
Yeah, I think if they're doing it, like you say, frequently, they're definitely running a multi or double pin.
Yeah, adjustable for sure.
Yeah. Which is a vertical pin.
Yeah.
Instead of the horizontal pins coming off the side of your sight. Right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna try that. We're gonna see how it goes.
I think it's gonna be better.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I'll pick up. I'm pretty excited. I pick up my new bow this weekend coming, and then we're headed straight to the range the next weekend for sure. Once we dial in,
yes, of course,
the site. That way we can enjoy the time up there. We don't want to go up there and be fucking with
still
sights
sighting
and
in.
all that shit. That's
mind you, we will have time because you can literally go up there. It's $10. You can go when they open and be like, "Here's your $10," and you can stay till dark.
And that's with no membership.
Yeah.
If you're a member,
just keep hunting. Just keep shooting all day if you want. As long as your shoulder holds up, you can keep going.
And it's great for the kids, too, because there's like bass ponds there.
Yes, there's fishing ponds.
Stocked ponds.
Two bass ponds there that you can fish.
Fish away.
And they do have really short ranges, too, for the little ones. So there's lots of just so much stuff for everybody to do there. It's great.
Perhaps we'll rent a rod and rip a few.
Do a little bit of fishing.
Yeah. For that.
Yes.
I can't remember last time. I hunted bass. Or not hunting.
You were hunting bass, bro. Holy moly.
Last time I bass fished was when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
When I lived here. Well, because there's no bass in Newfoundland.
No. There's fuck all fishing in Newfoundland.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Worth fishing, really.
Like Newfoundland, you've got trout for freshwater fish, and then smelts in the winter. Capelin. Yeah, and that's a saltwater fish. I guess smelts are saltwater fish, too. They just come up to freshwater to spawn. Salmon, obviously. But, I mean, really, the only freshwater fish that you can eat is trout.
Really?
It doesn't spend any time in some water. But that's a saltwater fish, technically, too, because they spend...
Yeah, I suppose. And they
come up to spawn, right?
Yeah.
So...
That is super cool watching them jump into falls.
Oh, it's crazy. When they go red like that.
So strong.
It's fucking... Oh, my God. It's really funny seeing like bears just wait there and just be like, "Yep, you're mine now."
Thank you. You tasty.
I wonder if they've ever bat one on shore.
I would assume.
I would say that's happened in the course of history.
Yeah.
It would have happened.
A lot of bears and a lot of salmon.
Yeah. No, for sure. But yeah, it's kind of strange how nobody introduced bass or anything like that.
No, and I almost wonder if it's just because the warm section of the year is so bloody short.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, realistically, you've got a month and a half in summer that's nice. Then you get 3 weeks in August that's stupid hot and humid.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that breaks, it's fall.
And you're talking 15 degrees
Yeah,
again.
don't get me wrong. Fall's my favorite time of year.
Mine too.
Temperature-wise, everything. But really, you got 3 weeks of warm, and then the rest is just spring and fall.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, mostly winter.
I mean, I don't know what kind of temperature water difference is from here to the rock, but I assume it feels vastly different because
water and fresh water.
Yeah, it feels vastly different, even in the freshwater comparison. Like,
Sure.
unless you go to the Great Lakes, which are basically
little oceans.
They're too fucking big to be.
They're little oceans.
Yeah, they're basically small seas.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I think the biggest lake we have on the rock is like Grand Lake, probably. That's a pretty big fucking lake.
It is man-made too.
It is man-made.
76 kilometers long.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it is at its widest point, but
yeah, I don't know either.
Pretty crazy the scale of what they went through to put a paper mill there.
That fucking canal that they built was massive.
Yeah,
that's
what I mean.
That's
they
hand
built,
up, or
they
not
built,
hand up, but
yeah, they built Grand Lake.
Yeah,
and then they built the canal.
Yeah,
and then they built the power station.
Yeah,
and then they built the mill.
Yeah, it's all man-made.
It's crazy. All that just to put in a paper mill.
That must took some spell, man.
Years.
How much money did that? How much money would it cost to build that today?
Oh my god!
If you had to build the mill, and the canal,
and the power station,
and the dam, and the lake. Well, for one, you'd never get the environmental.
No, they'd be like, you want to build how big of a lake?
What? You want to flood a whole woods area and then dig a trench all the way to another lake and contaminate that with whatever's in the ground up there?
Yeah,
not
we want to make
paper. Yeah, and then when we get to the mill, we just want to dump shit in the water.
Yeah,
it'll go up the ocean.
It'll float. It's good.
Cornerbrook Bay goes into the ocean.
Yeah.
What a spot! That place is like
you can get well, it's a valley.
Yeah.
But you can actually get full on Nimitz-sized aircraft carriers in there. Deep
Can
enough.
You? Oh, because they dredged it out.
Oh, it's just one of the deeper ports in the world.
It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yeah,
because just up from where,
that's why the cruise ships come in.
Yeah, they get the big cruise ships, but that's right up from where the cruise ships dock. It basically becomes freshwater rapids.
Yeah,
like not far.
No, like
probably what,
half a click?
Yeah, maybe kilometer at most.
Yeah,
and you're in.
Well, as soon as you hit the Hughesbrook Bridge.
Yeah, Hughesbrook. That's what it is. Yeah.
Once you hit
right by that gas station there.
Yeah, it's rapids from there up.
Or Riverside. What's it called? Riverside Drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's on the Cornerbrook side.
Yes, yeah, on the Cornerbrook side, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. The stuff that they built there. It's too bad that Newfoundland is kind of just so slow, like nothing going on, man.
Well, it's forgotten, right? It's not attached to the country. It's just kind of out there bobbing around in the ocean. And
it is kind of like its own little...
its own ecosystem, man.
It's strange,
just off
man.
To the side, doing its thing.
And you don't realize how different everything else is until you leave there. And you're like, oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have a whole lot of shit.
No. Products you don't even see.
Yeah. Never even heard of.
No.
Like, things that they do here just...
like, why don't you just use this? I'm like, what's that?
Just for a minuscule difference, for example, like bottle service here. You can go to a bar or a nightclub, and you can sit at your booth and you can order a bottle of whatever you want with the mixes and all that shit that come with it. I don't know anywhere in Newfoundland that does bottle service.
I don't think so.
Maybe St. John's somewhere now. I don't ever remember. Not that I'm one to go to nightclubs very often, but I don't. But I don't ever remember seeing that as an option.
No.
Very strange.
I could see it at some restaurants and stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
But even then, you ain't really getting on the bottle at the restaurant.
Fellas gets too out of hand, so you're back on the rock, right?
Yeah.
You put a bottle of vodka in some of the fellas we know, and a lot of them turn the place upside down.
Either that or fall asleep.
Yeah, you gotta.
You're
dragging them fucking idiots home. You put them in a cab. You're like, oh fuck, why do we take this guy?
No, I just get some out the door. Once they're at
the bar, on the sidewalk.
Yes, once they're at the bar. Listen, man, you a grown ass man, and you know a whole bottle of vodka is not the way to go.
No.
So I helped you get out. You gotta help yourself to get home.
You're on your own.
It's like Top Gear around here, folks.
Yeah, we do leave a man behind.
Yeah,
always.
If it's your own fault,
Yeah.
Suck it up.
Can't help you. What do you want from us?
Sounds like a personal problem.
That's it. So, big fight coming up this weekend, too. I'm super excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury 3.
Bang, bang.
For the WBC title.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
It is going to be real good. I can't wait. I want to get it over with so that we can get Fury and Joshua in the ring and have it done. Well, considering Fury wins. Because we don't know. Well, I mean, Wilder.
You never know what'll happen.
They're both. I want to say. Well, I saw Deontay the other day hitting pads and hitting the bag, and he looks like he's a much better boxer.
Yeah.
He seems like he's come out of that relying on his right hand to erase people, and it's just like an infinity gauntlet. And he looks like he's taken some boxing lessons. Well, I guess lessons, but he's picked up a lot of skills.
Still lessons?
Yeah, there's still lessons, right? And but Fury's far better, superior boxer. By far. I mean, he'll probably win on points, if anything else. Or if nothing else, you know what I mean? I don't know if he'll knock Wilder out. But we'll see.
Never know, man.
It'll be good.
The crazy things can happen, you know. Ankles can break. People can fall.
Ankles can break. As you know, Connor.
Yeah. How's that feeling, by the way?
It was really funny. Jake Paul sent Dustin Poirier a chain with a little figure of Connor on it with a broken leg.
What's going on with that anyways? I seen a clip or something with him. I think it was with you when I seen it.
Yeah.
When he was talking. Who's he fighting next again?
Tyron Woodley.
Right.
Yeah, yes.
My name's never been Tyrone.
Yeah, he calls him Tyrone to piss him off. Yeah, it's like Tyrone. I get it. Listen, it's funny as fuck. He's talking shit the whole time, but I got a funny feeling this time. I know I've said it a couple times, but I got a funny feeling this time he's going to get starched.
Yeah, I can see it.
He hasn't really fought a fighter.
No, and Woodley's being awful calm.
Woodley's a fighter. Well, because he knows he's a fucking fighter. He's an actual fighter.
That's
Active
what I mean.
UFC
like,
fighter.
He's like, yeah, all right, cool, man.
Yeah, and Woodley can box.
We'll do it. Let's go.
Wham! Well, I do respect the guys that just, like, I understand shit talking is a thing, and it builds fights, and it builds hype, and it makes money. But I do respect the guy that just says, you know what, I'll see you in the ring.
We'll find out.
And we'll let these do the talking,
mm-hmm.
and we'll just see.
Yeah. Because there's also something extremely entertaining when you see one guy who's just pick.
Oh, yeah.
And the other guy's just like, no, we're good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
just shrugs all of it off, and the other guy's just like,
yeah. And it's even better when that loudmouth gets knocked out.
Yeah.
That's going to be the best part of that. Is
like, I want to see it with like a backhand punch.
Yeah. Like, I just want to see him right down the fucking pipe, right in between, put him on the button right on the chin, and just go like a gym sock. Just fold up right on the mat. Perfect. So it's like decisive where he's like unconscious for a few seconds. Like, you lost, bitch.
Yeah. He needs a loss.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know. I get it. You make money, but I like to see you lose.
Yeah, of course.
But you're kind of a dick.
You kind of need a loss, dude.
Yeah.
You got to just a little.
You're kind of a dick. I'm not going to lie.
You're a bit full of yourself.
And your brother's fight with Mayweather was bullshit.
He probably knocked my ass out, but the fight was still lame.
Oh, yeah. He definitely.
No matter what the names of the people were that were in it.
Yeah, he's a giant.
It was lame.
Yeah, it's pretty gay. I'm not going to lie. So I did enjoy it. At all. Yeah, not good.
Waste my time.
Mm-hmm.
So nice seeing everything open.
Oh, man. Finally.
Yeah.
Right?
Like sitting down in a joint and being like, hey, can I get some chicken wings?
Yeah, you don't got to worry about getting fucking rained on.
Attacked by bees and wasps.
We've had a ton of fucking rain this year. Like,
yeah, it's been pretty moist.
And fucking monsoon rains, too. Not like a little bit of rain. Like, all of a sudden it rolls in.
Yeah.
And it just dumps. And you're like, oh, everything.
Guess I'm not doing anything outside today.
And, and the gyms are all open now. You can go into any store now. Like, you can go buy socks if you want.
Socks are convenient.
You're not restricted on what you can fucking buy in a store.
Yeah. I still get funny looks when I go into the dollar store.
Yeah.
I kicked up a fuss, people.
Oh, because, I remember that. Yeah, because you couldn't buy the laundry basket.
Yeah. I just moved
it
here.
wasn't good.
I didn't have a laundry basket. It's
Yeah.
essential for me to have a laundry basket.
Yeah. Do you see they're reintroducing masks in the States now because their cases are back on the rise?
Of course they are.
Even though Mr. Fauci said that like a few weeks ago that masks don't actually work.
Well,
So here we are. You got to make up your mind, though. You know what I mean? You got to pick a fucking side here.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Just
can't flippy floppy.
Taking a guess here, taking a guess there. You can just tell people you don't know or you're not sure.
Most people would rather you say, like, you know what, guys? Right now, I don't know.
I don't understand politicians.
I'm going to find out.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't know.
I'm not
going to give you a bullshit answer.
I don't understand politicians, and they're like, well, you have to give an answer. Like, why do you have to give an answer? What if your research is inconclusive and you don't know the truth yet?
Yeah. So
why can't you just say,
information?
We're working on it. We don't have a full-blown answer for you right now, so we can't give you one.
Yeah.
I understand it because the general public goes, well, what the fuck? You're supposed to be the experts. So as the expert, you should say, we don't know.
Yeah.
Because when you
don't know
say something for 2 fucking years, and then 2 years later, you come out and you say, well, we actually were wrong. And now I lose trust and faith in you.
Yeah.
Now every time you talk or you tell me something, I go, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
You probably
what
don't know.
What makes you any more sure this time than you were last time?
Why do you think you're right this time? Tell me.
Yeah.
Because I smell bullshit. There's a lot of it, too. Like, it's all over your boots or something. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So, don't make up nonsense just for the sake of doing it. Just tell the truth. You don't know. You're not sure or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Like, that's torture, man.
If you want to be more appealing to your constituents, humanize yourself. Be surprised how much that would help.
You don't really have to worry about the people that are going to get mad at you for not knowing, because those people are rational and probably don't vote anyway.
They're going to get mad at you for any decision you make.
It's guys like me that vote. Whenever you fucking tell me a load of bullshit, I just go, fuck you. I'm not going to vote for you.
Yeah.
You're terrible. I'll take a chance with anybody else.
At that point.
I don't give a fuck if you're liberal or conservative. Bro.
No.
As long as you have make sense ideas.
Yeah.
As soon as you come off the track, you lose me. I'm done. It's just
one pump jump, eh?
And that NDP guy, you got to stop doing TikTok videos. Where you're dancing. I
have a hard time with politicians.
You look fucking ridiculous, and all the young kids are making fun of you. You're not getting their vote. They're literally laughing at you.
I have a hard time with them on social medias, like politicians in general.
Yeah, doing nonsense stuff.
Yeah,
I understand you using like
if you're using it for like emergency bulletins or Amber Alerts.
I'll give Trudeau credit. He uses it pretty well. Like he'll post a reel of him saying something about an upcoming bill or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. That's informative.
Yeah, and you're reaching young people.
Yeah, but don't be trying to do the same dancing 14-year-old girls
doing ice bucket challenges. Nobody gives a fuck that you dumped the bucket of ice on your head.
Like, you might die. You guys are usually old.
And people, please stop idolizing politicians. You don't stop holding them to these fucking standards of like godly people where
they're not kings, they're not royalty,
or even where they like, oh well, you're a politician, you can't make a mistake. They're just men and women like anybody else. They go home and put their fucking pants on at one leg at a time.
I do too.
Yeah, he jumps in.
I jumps right in.
Special. But you know what I mean? Like they're just normal people with normal families at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like if one of them smoked weed in high school, you got to get the fuck over it. It was 25 years ago.
I'd rather have somebody in office making decisions who's lived a bit of life on both sides of things than someone who's just been spoon-fed their whole life.
I don't want some dickhead religious guy in there who's never done anything and only had sex missionary with his wife.
Yeah,
you're not a good fucking representation of the rest of us in this country because most of us aren't like that.
No.
And we don't want to hear your bullshit. No. And you should leave God out of politics. It's really annoying.
Yeah. It doesn't fit.
Because if he is real, he thinks you're all cunts because you just lie.
A lot.
So.
A lot.
Maybe you should lay off the bullshit.
Stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop what you're doing.
Give it up.
Ridiculous. And I'm glad Trudeau got a haircut and shaved your beard.
You know what we need to do?
And you look responsible.
We need to get masks like those two fellers from the Muppets.
Statler and Waldorf?
Yeah.
And just make... Oh.
Those
That's what
guys
we're
are
going to do.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
They're my favorite part of the show.
I remember those. They were my favorite part, too.
Just heckling.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Them and the Swedish Chef.
Bro, we got apartments over downtown street. We could literally
heckle people.
just put our heads out the window with those masks on.
Just heckling
and just
everybody.
at people all day long.
It would have been great for that time that guy smashed that car coming around the corner. So and then 25 people chasing up the street and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
We could have just laughed the whole time. It would have been great.
The cops would be like, go back inside your apartment.
Stop laughing. You're fucking making the situation worse.
Go grab a donut.
Do your job.
Do you have any coffee?
Yeah. You want a coffee, Skipper? What the fuck are you doing down there? Just start throwing donuts down there.
Hey, is that 400 up for sale?
There's a great mom and pop donut store up there. Look, they make great ones.
Lady Glaze.
Yeah, very good.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Donuts are like the size of my face.
Job to resist them when you're on a diet.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, it sucks a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I got some real good ones.
A lot of carbs.
Yeah. Tim Hortons can fuck off. And you know what, Tim Hortons, by the way, your coffee's shit now.
It's not so good.
You step your fucking game up. McDonald's is killing you.
And it is actually. And I'm not a coffee guy. Like, I don't get me wrong. I drink a lot of coffee. I do. But
that sentence made no sense.
No, I know. It's all about the fix, man.
It's all about that caffeine.
Yeah, it's gotta get caffeine. Gotta get sugar.
Exactly.
But McDonald's definitely tastes much better than Tim Hortons.
Yeah, I find Tim Hortons tastes burnt all the time, man.
Yeah, I think they kind of. You notice they don't really advertise that whole 20 minutes thing anymore.
Yeah. It's probably not that fresh. And Starbucks is
terrible. A waste of time.
You're the worst coffee I've ever drank, and far too expensive.
I can't handle them little ones like you like.
Espresso?
Is that what we had that time?
Yeah.
That was.
It's just bitter. Did you put any sugar in it?
One.
Oh yeah, you gotta put more. Whatever you put in your coffee, you gotta put twice as much in espresso.
Fill the cup better.
he drinks a lot of sugar in his coffee.
You fill that little cup up with sugar.
It'll
just be fucking brown sugar.
Brown sugar all the time. Raw sugar works in it a lot better.
I could see that. Yeah.
Raw sugar usually ends up being better. It's just it's like drinking a full coffee in one shot.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like
it's bitter.
Fuck, man! Like you put it in your mouth and you're like,
sharp. Somebody
just did like a burnout on my tongue.
Yeah, it's sharp. Yeah.
Like with like a car.
I like a good espresso martini.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
It's good.
I don't think I've ever had a martini.
Didn't we have one the other day? No, that was
I don't think so.
Yeah, bourbon. No, it was
a
margarita. Margarita.
By the way, tequila should never go in margarita again.
Ever again. Bourbon margaritas
Everybody
all the
should
way.
drink bourbon margaritas.
Yeah, tequila's
much better.
No offense.
I don't really like drinking very much.
I'm not
like
a tequila
alcohol.
guy. I'm just.
But that drink, is trouble because it's like juice.
Yeah, I'm a Scotch and bourbon guy. So
yeah, me too.
Tequila doesn't do it for me at all.
When I do drink, I have my Scotch.
I do like. Yeah, you do. Yeah, I do like certain I do like having a good Guinness from time to time.
It's been a while actually since I had a beer.
Yeah,
the last time I had a beer was with you. That lemon one.
The fuck out of you.
Oh yeah, it's way too.
It's hard on the guts, man. I'd rather drink a glass of Scotch and have a bourbon and have it done with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Scotch is ninja.
So,
buttons.
Buttons.
Yeah. You said so. I said buttons. So some buttons.
So, I put together I'm switching bow companies.
Matthews no more.
I'm not shooting a Matthews anymore. I'm getting away from it. I'm going to a PSE, like my brother over here.
PSE. Watch this. You see, I'm strumming up business for you. Send me a stealth.
Just
left
a mock
hand.
One. A mock one.
Yes.
Stealth.
Yes.
And if you're ever so kind to sponsor us, I'll take you Evo.
Yeah.
Right-handed. Yeah. But I will be picking up my my new Embark this weekend.
Oh yes, he's going to be very
special ops because
you're playing.
This one is getting an Embark down the road as well. And
he's playing.
He wants the green. So
you said you want the black.
I know. God damn it! I was trying to make myself look good by saying, I'm going to be the nice brother and take the black one.
Hey,
but I wanted the black from the beginning.
If there's anything we are never going to be on this show, is liars.
That's a good point. I like your style.
Don't be pumping yourself up, because I'll just
Knock you
the
back down.
balloon really quick.
Yeah, I mean, I like the special ops color, the black riser.
It
with
is
the
super cool.
green strings, camo limbs. I think it's Gore Optifade camo, right?
I
I'm
think.
pretty sure. And then the green lettering on top of the limb with the white PSE.
Oh, it's mental looking.
It's
It
super
looks so
cool.
good.
I'm real excited to get it. It took me calling around to 20 bow shops to find a place
one
that had
everything.
all the components and would give me a reasonable price on it. Like, so unfortunately, most bow shops don't, like, they have what's called ready to shoot bows, which are bows that come from the manufacturer already dressed.
Normally with shit.
Normally with things that are not as good. PSE has done a real good job actually with the Stinger Max Pro. So they have the Stinger Max that's fully dressed, and then they have the Max Pro, which has
A
nicer gear
rest.
on it, like which is what Gary has. And it has a fall-away rest instead of a whisker biscuit. It has a metal multi-pin sight instead of like those plasticky shit
crap.
ones. But most companies, once you get into the little bit of a higher end bow, they don't do packages.
Not so much.
And then, so I was trying to find a store that would build me a bow that I wanted with the components I wanted, but give me a deal for buying a full package from them. And most bow companies or most bow shops said, no, we're not going to do it. You pay full price for everything.
This is that.
Yeah. So I found a place in, is it Belleville? Tight.
No lube.
No.
Yes, it's in Belleville.
Belleville, and they've agreed to knock a little bit off the sight, a little bit off the bow, a little bit off of everything to bring it down to a reasonable, or what I deem a reasonable price.
Right.
So they're going to put that together over the week. Now the sight should have came in today. That was the last component we were waiting for. And they should put it together, and I can pick it up Saturday.
Bingo.
Yeah, I'll shoot it through paper first to make sure everything is straight, and then it's off to the range for me and you to start putting some knocking shit over, man. Holy fuck, we're rowdy tonight.
Fuck up my Red Dragon keyboard. God damn, can't fucking have nothing around you.
Yeah, so then up to the range where we're gonna do some sighting in, and
we got to do a lot of sighting in. We got to make sure we call up there too and see what their see what the TAC range has for distance.
Yeah.
So that way we know, because I mean we're pretty much dialed at 20 right now.
Yeah.
So I think it'll just be getting 30 and 40.
Yeah.
I think from there we'll be
like
fine.
you see, I think you're right. I don't think there's much there over 40 yards,
except for the two open ranges.
Yeah, the two field ranges with the bag
and
targets.
The first set with the pond. Because the moose is like a fire shot. That's.
But did you notice where the pylon was to shoot from? Because it's
over on like if the pond was here and we walked this way towards the building, they start over here. So it is a bit closer than we were looking at, but it's still 60 for sure.
Still 60 yards. Okay.
Yeah.
So. But that's, I guess, why they have the bigger target, like the moose there.
Yeah, the big moose.
There was another target there next to it, actually a small one, in front.
Was it elk? Wasn't it?
No, it was like an anteater.
Oh yeah. It
was like a black and white, right?
Yeah. They got some weird. They got some interesting targets there.
Panther.
Yeah, I can't wait to shoot that panther.
A raptor, like a velociraptor.
Yeah, a raptor.
You already mentioned the Sasquatch. And then elks, deers. They had a couple skunks out in the field and the alligator.
Didn't they have a beaver too?
I think there was a beaver. There's a badger.
There's a honey badger.
Honey badger.
Oh, you better run.
They're bastards, man. They can survive a cobra bite.
Crazy.
They literally pass out from a cobra bite and then wait back up.
You're like, oh fuck,
that's crazy.
Let's do this again.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
No,
they do whatever they want.
One of those just
crazy animals.
Crazy animals.
So this one has decided to build his target bow. And he's starting to piece together what he's going to do now. It's going to be over time. And what are you doing? The stealth or the Evo?
I'm really debating if I want to make like a real target bow. Like
go all the way over to like a 37-inch target bow.
Yeah, like a center.
Oh, through the center riser?
Thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Thinking about it.
They're pretty cool.
And they're so customizable.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You can probably get them in so many different colors, too, compared to hunting bows. Like, there's probably more options. And
well, I was on PSE's website,
and
they say custom color bows are available for a fee.
Oh, there you go. I think PSE might make one of the best bows on the market right now with that new cam system and all the adjustability that they have on them.
They're, it was funny because I always looked at them as more so the entry level, kind of like the Diamond Core,
So did I.
some of the Bears.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until recently when I actually started to go, okay, let's look at buying a bow and let's look at the manufacturer, not just the bow. And then I went, oh,
yeah,
they got like 20 different bows.
I remember when I started in archery, it was like, yeah, they didn't seem to have the nicer quality bows. Like they still had some high range price ones, but everybody else seemed to have they just looked more expensive.
Yeah.
The Hoyts and the Matthews of the world all looked more like better quality, right? But now when you get up into their Pro series and you have the Evo, the Embark, the Stealth, all that stuff, they're all beautiful bows and like real good quality,
fantastic performers too.
Like
that's
top
the
shelf,
thing.
And like,
is while they look great, they actually perform even a little bit better than they look.
I think John Dudley being involved with them when he
a
moved
lot.
from Hoyt to them, well, I mean, the Embark is his design, basically. He basically took the Evo. They built the Evo PSE, built it on their own, and then Dudley made a knock-on version of it.
Yeah.
And then he decided that he wanted to do a custom bow from scratch that was under the $1,000 price point so that people could get in. And it would be a quality bow for a long, extended amount of time, so you wouldn't have to trade it in 2 years for the newer model. It would last, right? Yeah. So I think that was the smartest thing they ever did. I think was bring him on board as
his knowledge and
he's one of the best techs in the world, right? Like, I don't know if there's many. I mean, I'm sure there's guys we haven't heard of that that shy away from the spotlight, but he seems to have done a lot for bow hunting, especially getting young people involved and stuff. I know bow hunting's weird here because you don't have the same community and atmosphere in Canada as you do in America. Like Americans, those guys are into bow hunting.
Yeah, once they get into it,
like that's a lifestyle for most of those guys.
Yeah,
they literally live, eat, sleep, and breathe archery. Like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
and but you don't really get that here. It's not that like you never hear many people into archery and stuff like that. Although there was a lot of people at that range. We were up there.
That's the thing that's so strange is there's lots of people who are at it.
You just don't hear about
it.
Yeah.
Like every now and then you'll like be flicking channels on your TV or something and you'll come past an archery competition.
Yeah.
Or just some odd reference will come up about it. And you'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot they do that.
Yeah.
But it is out there. It's just you gotta go looking.
For sure. And a lot of recurve stuff.
Yeah.
Like, a lot more almost everybody stuff up there that day at the range
was
shooting a recurve.
Yeah. And most of them.
Yeah. Did they rent bows up there?
I'm not sure.
It didn't look like it, did it?
I don't think so.
I thought I saw one girl come in and
and
rent a recurve. I'd like to try one. I've never tried a recurve. When I was a kid. We went on a field trip, but I mean, I wouldn't remember.
The biggest difference really is there's no let off.
Yeah, it's just a full normal draw.
Full compression all the time, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to, and you finger shoot instead of de-looping it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a man.
Like a man, yeah. Remember that guy we saw shooting finger shooting a compound bow?
Oh, shit. So
he's finger shooting a compound bow. Like,
that was rough.
And it was like an 80-pound compound.
Like, I don't know what kind of fingertips you got, man.
They're pretty savage.
Wow.
Yeah, it was impressive.
To draw a compound bow barehanded,
like
and
multiple
fire
times.
It.
Yeah, like I can pull mine, and
I've never
pull
it back. Yeah,
I've never fired it with my fingers, but I pulled it back. And
no, because you're not stupid.
But I feel like that would be, I guess
murder on your fingertips.
That's why they get those 3-finger shooting gloves. But that guy never even had one of those.
No, he's just barehand.
It was the guy that was turkey hunting, right?
Yeah,
with the big. So anyway, he had a broadhead on.
2 inches on each side of the arrow.
3 blades that came off the broadhead, and it was like a fixed broadhead, and the blade was 2 inches long off either side.
Yeah,
and I guess it was made for like you shoot at the head of a turkey, and it
Chop the head off.
Cuts it off or cuts its neck or whatever. That's cool. You don't have to ruin any meat.
That's fantastic. But hey, man, turkey neck soup.
If
you don't like turkey neck soup,
yeah, I do. But if you use a broadhead and it does anything like we saw do that elk and blow a 2-inch hole at the other side of it,
you're losing a lot of turkey. Wild turkey's not blow it up like the stuff at the farm.
No, like a butterball turkey that's full of steroids and fucking
it's growth hormones, antibiotics.
They grew that in 3 weeks somewhere on a fucking. I know it's longer than 3 weeks, but
not much, bro.
You know what I mean, like,
well, turkeys might be longer, but chickens are like
Cornish,
21 days.
A Cornish game hen is 2 weeks,
like that, yeah,
and that's just before it becomes like a full.
Crazy.
That's fast,
considering that can feed me for 2 full days.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah,
imagine the shit that you're eating.
Up. And then people got a problem when we go out in the woods and we hunt and kill an animal and eat every bit of it.
Yeah. So
you literally go to the grocery store and buy animals that were born to die.
On that topic.
Come on.
I know we've talked about hunting before versus, mass farming and shit like that. But I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and they were just trying to figure out why you want to hunt. Like, why would you want to kill an animal? And here's what you have to just think of it in a different way than you think of it right now.
Testosterone.
Yeah, it's all about being a man. If you take a beef cow, it's raised basically in a pen. Some now are humanely raised, grazing in the field, but then you got to pay $40 for the steak. So, not that normal beef is cheap.
No.
Anyway, it's raised in basically a pen. It has no life other than to live to be slaughtered, and it's pumped full of antibiotics and steroids and this and that. It has a shitty life. It's not good.
No, not good.
It's not enjoying itself at any point, I don't think.
No, it's just existing.
When you take a deer or a moose or an elk or whatever it is in the wild, and let's say that moose is 10 years old. It's got a full rack. Most of them probably only 7 or 8. Most of them don't live their lifespan.
No.
You know what I mean? Especially here on the mainland versus the rock, because there is no real predator for those animals back there. That's why you have to hunt them, for starters, because they will overrun and strip foliage bare.
Take everything over.
Yeah, nothing will be left.
No.
But, for example, here we have wolves and mountain lions and all that shit. If they don't die from either starvation from lack of food or a wound from fighting another deer or another elk, or get tackled by a pack of wolves or eaten by a fucking mountain lion. Most animals in the wild don't die of old age.
No.
Like all you people think
because they get eaten
on your fucking Disney Channel, like because you saw Bambi and now you think every deer is Bambi. That's not how it works. The whole forest doesn't come together and ribbons come out with fucking birds and shit like that where they sing songs together.
Oh, there's new
it's fucking
babies.
Nonsense. Go on Instagram and look at the page called Nature is Metal, and you'll understand what happens in nature.
Yeah.
Right? It's
the most hardcore place on the planet.
So
we're pussies.
Yeah.
So we're just mean. We're meaner about killing.
Yeah.
We do dastardly things to each other. Whereas they just kill you the quickest way possible and then eat you.
But when you hunt, you try to make the most ethical, fastest killing shot you can.
Yeah.
You're not that, like, I know you, for some reason, we have a rap of being like sadistic murderers, which couldn't be farther from the case. We don't get up in the morning to go hunting and go, I can't wait to kill something for the sake of killing it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to shoot an elk to feed people. Not just me, not just you, but you'll give some to your friends, you'll give some to other family members, and they'll enjoy it, and you know what I mean? Like, it's giving a meal to friends and family, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
it does help control populations.
Yeah, that elk or that deer was not going to die of old age or whatever the fuck.
No, well, you think about it this way. Say right now there's an average elk population wherever.
Yeah.
If you take 3% of that away, now the remaining elk have an easier time
eating,
living, reproducing. Yeah. Now there's actually going to be more elk because you took that 3% than if you just left them alone.
You let them, they grow stronger, bigger, They can defend themselves more. Like,
hunters aren't stupid people normally.
when an animal gets sick because it's old, it gets hunted by wolves because that's what they do. They find a pack of elk or whatever,
Take the week.
and they chase it until one strays from the pack, and he's obviously slower or weaker than the rest, and that's the one they get. They don't go after the big, hardy,
No, he's gonna be a
6-year-old 20-point bull.
He's a challenge.
He's going to fucking stomp him into the ground. They're going to go after the one that can barely make it, or they're going to eat a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the fact of the matter.
Juicy.
It's how it is. They're just not fast enough. They can't.
Should that
get
be
away.
a name for the episode? Eating babies?
Oh my god!
Oh,
We'll
controversy.
get pulled down off of YouTube.
No, I don't know. We were talking about kicking babies in the face and stuff.
Yeah, but we just named it.
That was
Kicking
episode
Faces.
1.
We just can't put it in the title. But yeah, folks. So just be kind to your hunter friends, man. And maybe ask them for some meat. They'll probably give it to you.
Or advice on what to do.
And most vegans, by the way, if you go online, you can research it yourself and look it up, folks. 85% of vegans, when they're drunk, end up eating meat.
Ooh, you bitches just got called out.
Almost 91% of vegans don't last, and they go back to eating some form of meat, whether it's chicken or fish or whatever. But
yeah,
they
what's
don't.
that chicken and fish one?
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian. Yeah. And that fucking stupid movie, The Game Changer, where they're like, oh, the strongman vegan. That dude's never won a competition in his fucking life. And they had to cut a ton of people out of that movie because half of them went back to eating meat. And they couldn't put them in the film. So, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Listen, you're an omnivore. You eat meat and vegetables. That's how it works.
That's literally what we were made
That's what
to
you're supposed to do. You need it all. Don't be a dickhead and not eat your vegetables either. That's not going to get you anywhere.
No, yeah, vegetables are very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
It's retarded to think. Yeah,
you should eat more vegetables than your meat.
Yeah,
but you still got to eat
piling
meat.
up on the vegetables, but you got to eat meat too.
Yeah,
it's just
something.
It's the way it is. Welcome to the world, folks.
Yeah.
On that note, we're gonna call it a night.
We go and
okay, folks. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at My Brother's Joint. Keep up to date with our content and all that stuff.
Look forward to the bow content. Lots of archery.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple competitions as well between me and this gentleman right here.
Oh my. We need some balloons, bro.
We gotta get some balloons. Yeah.
Water balloons.
We're gonna try some 100-yard, 120-yard shots and stuff. So don't forget, follow us, subscribe to us on any of your favorite podcast platforms and all that stuff, so you don't miss any of our podcasts coming up.
We're everywhere.
Okay, folks, have a good night.